Over the years, young people have been victims of series of harassment and brutality, and nobody is actually taking note of all this or documenting these issues to ensure that young people who are victims of these issues are able to heal from these issues and be able to recover.
When somebody mentions, for example, Boko Haram terrorists, the first picture that comes to your mind, your subconsciousness, is one young man carrying a gun. You'll not be thinking about one old person with AK-47. No, it's about young people. And most of the pictures we see on the internet about terrorists, they are all young people.
The young people are the ones that are most affected because the youths are the target of the Boko Haram insurgents, and the youths are the target of the Nigerian army.
Look at the number of the people that have so far surrendered as a Boko Haram. You see that more than 50,000 people have surrendered. But look at the number of the youth. The age group between 12 to 20 is more than 30. It's more than 30,000.
The security personnel are there to specifically protect them against the insurgency. They are there to provide the needful assistance to them, not to assault them. So it is there in their mind, the affected population, that they are now scared of the security.
2021 December, a friend of mine who is actually a lady, she lives somewhere close to the University of Maiduguri. She stay in a compound, a rented compound with I think five tenants. So she was sitting in her room, then all of a sudden she had a bang on the door, her own door, and she was trying to ask, who is this, before she grant access to the person. Before she knew, she was half naked. So they broke her door. Then I was at the gate, but it's not my house. So I saw when the security forces entered. Those officials broke her door, searched the house, searched the house. So it's an issue of search and arrest. Those people, in the course of carrying on their duty, I think she was slapped. They were like, where is it, where is it? And she was like, where is what? I don't know what you're talking about. And why are you just barging into my house just like that? The way they executed their search was very wrong. They violated her physically. They violated her fundamental right.
They are standing outside under the sun, and you driving a car in the AC, they will just be like, oh boy, this guy is just chilling, we are here suffering. So what should I do to make him suffer? Because there was a time that we were driving from Damaturu to Maiduguri. The soldier just stopped us and asked us to come out of the car, stay at the sun. He checked our car, he asked us to bring everything in our car, open our bag, remove the pockets of our trousers and the rest. After he asked us to fold them again, put it in the car, then he is asking us, how do you feel now that you stay in the sun for more than 30 minutes?
And there was a case of where a young boy who was said to have disrespected a soldier, and the guy was like tied on his hands, and he was like, and kept for many hours, which led to him not being able to use that hand permanently again.
I also have a very good friend of mine. So he was new to the area. The people of the area thought that he was one of those Boko Haram members. So they just took him to Giwa Barak. He stayed there for over 3 years.
I was working at the lorry camp, to be precise, when a policeman impregnated a 15 years old girl. So After identified that case and the case has been reported, the policeman came to me in my protection desk with a gun, threatening to shoot me. That why should I report him? He threatened to shoot me. I think thank God to his officers that were there during the scene. If not, I don't think I would be alive here to be discussing this with you.
So it is therefore important for us to address these underlying grievances through mechanisms such as truth-telling, truth-seeking, restorative justice, communal healing, and policy conversations. And this is what this project seeks to address and achieve. There are also young people who are victims of harassment and brutality, who are the actual victims of the insurgency in the Northeast, and nothing is being done about them. Government is not paying adequate attention to ensure that these people, there is a level of compensation and these people also heal from these issues.
Billions of naira is being budgeted for the military and the police to do their job. I think there should be, the civil society should be talking about also, if they say they don't have the money, then a budget line also should be provided or included in the constitution to see that when the state commits an offense against a civilian or a citizen in error, or hold a civilian in custody wrongly for an offense he or she did not commit, and at the end of the day, even if it is for 1 day, that 1 day is very important, and they find out that, okay, sorry, you are wrongly picked or detained, some level of compensation without any lawyer even going to ask for it should immediately be activated to see that that person is compensated based on the number of days and so on that you have spent.
We anticipated that there will be a lot of revelations from the project, most of them that might be new to us, or we didn't put into consideration when designing the project. And some of them is that some of the participants were able to air their grievances to show that the policies of government in reintegrating of ex-Boko Haram members, and some of them were not so comfortable or expressed grievance with that policy of reintegrating ex-Boko Haram members into their society.
Quite frankly, the program managers providing more access and more opportunities and more, concentration on the surrendered Boko Haram members, and they are neglecting the victims of their atrocities.
If you look at this repentant Boko Haram, this is somebody who might not have genuinely surrendered, but now is being reintegrated into the society and is even being paid a certain amount by the government.
They themselves, who are the actual victims and who have also lost loved ones, have not been compensated in any way, and they are the actual victims. Why some of the ex-Boko Haram members are being compensated and rewarded and given a status for their life again?
The way government is going about these repentant ones is good, but let it be that the victims and the perpetrators are carrying along. You can't treat perpetrator well and neglect victim. It's like bomb waiting for explosion. Because if you treat perpetrator right and forget about the victim may turn to be perpetrator.
If somebody who was the perpetrator, so acclaimed repentant, is being paid and taken care of, reintegrated into the society, then there should be a program that will also reintegrate those victims of insurgency back into the society.